Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the topic repeatability and replication of experiments. An experiment should be repeatable. That means an experiment carried out by one person can be repeated by many others. This is done in order to produce same result using the same design and adopting the same procedure. In order to ensure the repeatability, the experimenter should use sufficient number of replications. So what is replication? Replication means it is the repetition of an experiment many a time by a person or a team. This will avoid errors and will ensure the repeatability of the experiment. Variation and accuracy of experimental result. Accuracy means it is the percentage difference between an experimental result and accepted value. For example, we can measure a small distance with poor accuracy using a meter rule, or for much greater accuracy, we use a micrometer. Accurate measurements alone do not make an experiment valid or reliable. For example, consider an experiment for finding the gravity. In this, the time for a piece of paper to fall once to the floor is measured very accurately. Certainly, this experiment would not be valid or reliable unless when this experiment is carried out in a vacuum. And this accuracy, it is also associated with inherent uncertainty in a measurement. Let us look about the experimental errors. Error means it is the distorted perception of reality. It stands distinct from falsehood and mistake. Falsehood means it is a conscious distortion of truth, and mistake means it is a deviation from actual fact due to incorrect practice or methodology. There are two types of errors that are possible in a measured value. They are systematic error and random error. Systematic error means this is the error occurring equally in the same extent in all instances of a series of measurement. For example, zero error in which the needle of a voltmeter is not correctly adjusted to read zero when no voltage is present. Next is the random error. Random error means it is the error occurring in any measurement as a result of variation in the measurement technique. Next is absolute error. The errors, whether it is systematic or random, they are reported in two forms, namely absolute error and relative error. Absolute error represents the actual magnitude of the error expressed in appropriate units. On the other hand, relative error means it is the absolute error expressed as a fraction of the actual measured quantity. Relative errors can also be expressed as percentage errors. Based on the cause of errors, there are three kinds of experimental errors can be recognized as follows. They are instrument errors. Instrument errors means these are the errors due to the faulty calibration of the instrument, or it is the error which is erased by the faulty calibration of the instrument. Next is the personal errors. These are the errors due to the inaccurate observation by the observer. When the observer is observing the wrong answers, we will get personal errors. Next is the sampling errors. These are the errors due to the inappropriate size or nature of the sample used. That means the nature of the sample or size will also affect the experiment and will make some errors. Sample may be either too small or non-random. So this much is about repeatability and replications. In this topic, we discussed about the need or the necessity of repetition and replication in an experiment, variation and accuracy of experimental result, and about experimental error. So, thank you.